Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The issue of sit at home, which was announced when Nnamdi Kanu was taken into custody, was cut short by IPOB leadership, and they had to mention a day that they will be sitting at home, which was the day that Nnamdi Kanu goes to the court. But right now, they have sent out a memo informing all their members of a particular date that everyone will have to sit at home, which they call it a kind of civil action, And you're going to see the reason why they have slated that date for all Biafrans globally to sit at home. And we're going to give you full details of that in a jiffy. But first of all, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the letter which was sent out by the Director of State, and I'm going to read the content, and it says here, it was sent out today, the 31st of August, 2021, September 14, sit at home, civil action. And it reads thus: the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, led by Nnamdi Kanu, through the Directorate of State, commend once again the Biafran people for your tenacity and for your sacrifices you have all made and continue to make in our struggle for freedom. It is imperative for us to bear in mind that the sacrifice which we make today will guarantee that our children and generation yet unborn shall have a better, respectable, and fulfilling tomorrow in a sovereign and independent Biafran nation. We recall very vividly the carnage of September 12, 2018 by the Nigerian Army, which through its Operation Python Dance 2, without any provocation and without any reason whatsoever, invaded and occupied Biafran land, humiliating, maiming, and massacring our people. It is still fresh in our mind when on the 14th of September, these people, murderers and terrorists in army uniform, went further to desecrate the traditional stool of the Afaraukwu kingdom in Umuahia, shooting and killing everything inside, resulting in the cold-blooded murder of more than 38 Biafran youths and arrest of an unspecified numbers of Biafran men and women. Recall also that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, has since 2018 set aside September 14 of every year as a day of civil disobedience in the whole of Biafran land. In accordance with these well-established customs, September 14, 2021 is declared a sit-at-home in Biafran land. We shall on this date unanimously, ambiguously tell the Nigerian establishment and the saboteur agent in our midst that Biafran land belongs to indigenous people of Biafra. On this date and day, all institutions of learning, primary, secondary, and higher institution, offices, banks, market, all places of business and places of worship shall be closed, and all public transportation and vernacular movement shall not operate except emergency vehicles such as ambulance and fire service vehicles. Great Biafrans, we must remain vigilant as not to allow the enemy to detect our agenda, and we must be alert as not to permit any form of distraction from our immediate short-term objective, which is to explore all avenues and deploy every arsenal at our disposal to guarantee the safety of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and secure his unconditional release from illegal incarceration by the Nigerian government. On September 14, we observe a total lockdown of Biafran land to acknowledge the sacrifices and keep the memory of all Biafrans who were betrayed by saboteur alive. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, reaffirmed our unwavering commitment to struggle for the emancipation of the Biafran people from the oppressive, dehumanizing, and degrading condition imposed upon us by reason of our forceful inclusion in the evil construct called the Republic of Nigeria. All right, signed by Mazi Chika Edoziem, head of the Directorate of State of Indigenous People of Biafra, and it is sealed with a stamp from His office. Wow, wow, wow. This is going to be happening on September 14. And for them, it says a day that they're going to reflect back at what happened. And it's a way of honoring their own people who went down because of their commitment to the cause. And they said it's going to be a total lockdown. And for now, there had been no reactions coming from the state governors. Don't forget that there had been one or two strong opposition coming from the likes of Ebonyi State Governor. But though we didn't hear that anything had happened, this Monday, though some persons decided not to go out because some of them, it's for the fear of being attacked, which oftentimes IPOB will be saying that attack oftentimes come from their saboteurs and from their enemies. But this one, I think it's sacrosanct. This time around, there's no equivocation. They are speaking forth concerning that day, and for them, for IPOB, that day is a day that all Biafran, especially in the southeastern part of the country, must obey. And but let's look at what Nigerians have to say. And someone here says, though I do not belong to Biafra, but I feel they should be allowed to do what suits them, because if you hinder them or stop them from doing this, it may turn out to be something that we may not love to see. Another person here says, these people are always fond of lockdown, sit at home. Why don't they allow them to go, just as the northern leaders had procured that they should go their ways? Another person here says, every day sit at home, every day sit at home. Una no dey tire. IPOB, I don't tire for una. Another person here says, thumbs up to the Director of Directorate of State. He's always on point. Now he has reminded us of something that happened many years ago. I know that the souls of the faithful departed, the loyal soldiers of Biafra, will be happy wherever they are, that despite what had happened, they are still being remembered. Another person here says, these things should be stopped once and for all. Why don't we give them their Biafra and allow them to go? Them staying around will always remind us of things like this. Another person here says, this is a good step in the right direction. I am hopeful that, as they have said, it will be civil, because if it results into any act that is violent, the military will not spare them. They will come after them. This one says, this is a step that shows that we are not afraid. On that day, we will stay in our individual home, but we'll gyrate a small, so that we'll show these people we are not scared. My brother, please just follow the due instruction coming from these people. Don't forget that one of the things that the leadership has said is the preservation of the life of their leader is most paramount at a time like this. So if it means to be quiet, just, be quiet and all of that. But we are hopeful that they will not be deterred this time. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. What do you think about this new sit at home order from IPOB leadership